about Daniel and Bianca in this last episode of Life After Lockup, but before I get into that, we do have some breaking news we need to talk about. Bianca is pregnant. She's been dating this guy for a while now. I want to say they've been dating for at least 6 months or so now, and she revealed that she is currently pregnant with a baby girl and due in March, and I'm happy for her because I know she's always wanted to be married, have a family, and it seems like she's finally getting everything she's wanted, and I think she needs it after everything Daniel put her through. So let's get into that. Daniel, he was at the bar with his buddies, go figure, hanging out, and he was explaining how him and Bianca broke up and they're pretty much roommates now. And now that explains, if you guys remember, I actually got this body cam footage of Daniel and Bianca a few months ago, and in this body cam footage the police approached Daniel and he called Bianca his roommate, and I just thought that was so weird. I'm like, okay, why is he calling her roommate when she was getting upset over him talking to other women? Like, clearly it's more than that. But now I guess he was right, they were really roommates at that time. And he was explaining that, yeah, me and Bianca aren't dating, but I still want to be able to talk to other girls. I guess he's been hitting some other girls up in the DMs. His friend accused him of swiping on Tinder, but he just played dumb. I don't think Daniel has to go to Tinder. I'm sure he has plenty of thirsty girls in his DMs. Such as what usually comes along with being on shows like this. I'm sure he doesn't have as many now after showing his true colors this season compared to probably as many girls he may have had in his DMs last season, but Daniel acts like he has options. And what I can't stand about Daniel and his friends is they're always constantly making Bianca sound like she's crazy for wanting to know where Daniel is and making sure Daniel's sober. I mean, any normal girlfriend would want that out of their boyfriend. If any of these dudes were in relationships, their girlfriend would want the same exact things, but it sounds like they don't do that to their girlfriends, so they don't have to worry about that. And I'm tired of his friends like co-signing it like it's normal. And Daniel acted like that he doesn't feel comfortable bringing any women over to Bianca's place right now, but he definitely is ready to move on. He said that he just feels like Bianca's not going to be cool with it. I don't think she's going to be cool with it either. Like, maybe if they live together for like 6 months or so, but I think it's definitely going to take some time. But I don't think Bianca is going to put up with him treating her like crap. I think he's going to try to treat her like crap as much as possible as a way to try to push her out of that apartment so he can try to have other women in. He's going to make her life and existence as miserable as possible. Bianca's back at home, sitting there folding clothes, trying to unbox things. She's just now moving into the apartment and already considering moving out. And she feels like there's still hope in this relationship. She doesn't want to give up too soon because she's still trying to accept reality, and she doesn't want to sit there and make any sudden decisions based on emotions, and she's just in denial, I think, at this point. She doesn't know if this is going to be like a phase and he's just going to like drink for a day or two and things are going to go back to normal, or she's not sure if this is just how things are going to be for now on. And I'm pretty sure that's how things are going to be for now on. But she's convinced that if Daniel really didn't want to be with her, that he would have already left. But she's looking at it from the same mindset that she has. She's not looking at it from Daniel's mindset, who is completely different. He's looking at it from the mindset of a user, as someone who's trying to take advantage. She thinks, oh, he's around me still, so he must at least want this to work. But the mindset that Daniel's a 31-year-old homosexual. He doesn't have no other options. He probably does not have the money to move out. The man said it himself that he's never going to get a place this nice again. He is going to ride this until the wheels fall off. He's going to fight this to the end. And you know what I'm starting to notice in Daniel's confessionals? A lot of the things that he's deflecting onto Bianca are actually things that are about himself. Like when he said, oh, I feel like she's going to fight me until the end. No, that's what Daniel plans on doing. Then he did it in another instance while they're out at dinner. I'm about to point out here in a second. But Daniel and Bianca, they end up going out to dinner. And you can tell how much this breakup is affecting who, because for Daniel, he's pretty much out here celebrating. He's ordering himself the biggest steak on the menu. He's talking about tequila. You could tell he was eyeballing the drinks and his mouth was watering for a good little drinky drink. But Bianca was like, "You're not gonna really drink right now," and he's like, "No." So he was able to at least put it off for Bianca, but you could tell that he wanted to drink. So he's out here just celebrating. But Bianca, she's hurting. She doesn't even want to eat. She's so freaking depressed, and I know how that feeling is when you're just so pissed off and upset that you can't eat. No, I've been there. When I went through my last breakup, I didn't eat crap for days, and I made myself so physically sick. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital and get a freaking feeding tube. It was bad. But Bianca, you can just tell she's wallowing in all that pain. And she asked Daniel, "I just want to know, like, what happened? All of a sudden, everything was good. You acted like you wanted to get out and get married. You sold me this dream in prison. And then what happened?" And he said, "Well, pretty much you told me all these dreams and things you wanted while I was in prison. And then you got out and you didn't follow through with that." And that's another example of, I feel like, Daniel deflecting and describing Bianca as how he is, as what he's freaking doing at that moment. Like, here he is talking about Bianca not following through with her goals, but here's Daniel being a freaking hypocrite. He sold her a crock of shit while he was in prison, got out, and yeah, he was good for a little bit, but then he sat there and freaking relapsed, and he's sitting here drinking. At least Bianca's sober and quit drinking. Daniel's not out here standing on business, and he wants to sit here and look down on Bianca like she's the screw up. Like, yeah, she's not no angel in this relationship, but he is the freaking reason for the downfall of this relationship, because he isn't giving a damn. He pretty much gaslit her the whole dinner. He said, "Look, what did you expect finding a dude in prison, dating him? You really thought I was going to come out and be Prince Charming? Like, come on, I'm obsessive. I'm a user. What did you expect?" And she was like, "Well, you sat there and told me that you wanted better and that you wanted me, and you sat there and sold me this dream." And he's like, "Yeah, I told you all that because I wanted you to come out here so I could move in with you, so I didn't have to go at a halfway house because it sounded better than a halfway house." And she said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah." And she's like, "I can't tell if you're serious or not." Then Daniel hit her with a little wink, and she just looked disgusted, and she still was battling, you could tell, accepting if Daniel was telling the truth or not. But I think Daniel was telling her 100% the truth in that moment. And like I said, he wants to tell her the truth because he wants her to accept that and move on and get out, because he wants to take over the apartment. She needs to get out as soon as possible because that man hates her. She's literally living with the enemy right now, and he's going to do nothing but cause hell for her in the future the longer that they live together. He's telling her straight how he feels about her, and all of Bianca's worst fears are finally coming true. Daniel played the long game. He got himself a little starter pack when he got out of prison, got himself an apartment, got himself this nice apartment with Bianca, and as soon as she signs the 12-month lease, he does a complete 180 on her. But I'm glad she at least moved on and seemed to found somebody that hopefully treats her a whole lot better than Daniel treated her. There's always one cast member every week that always pisses me off the most, and it's been Brooke a lot this season, but this week it was definitely by far Daniel. He took the cake this episode. He is in his villain era, and his true colors are coming out. And you know what? Someone told me before this season aired that his true colors were going to come out this season, and they were not lying. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.